the election, the day after the election. And
So they're referring to like the parties as cults in a sense?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes and no.
That's what okay.
Yes and no,
Yeah.
because it's, like I said, Trump supporters think they're right, Hillary supporters think they're right. So in the show, it's based off like, man, I can't really explain it. It's so intense. It's a really intense season this year. The way they went about it, the way they did it, it's so horrifyingly good.
Like he said, horrifyingly. Like that's
Like,
in the title.
horrifyingly
the title
good.
says American Horror Story. So like, it's awesome. Like
It's
I don't know what
legit.
season they're in, but like, if you're saying what you just said there, and it's been around for a little while, they're doing great as far as like the killing getting better and better.
Yeah, like it's like,
And graphic-y.
yeah, man, and I don't really like horror movies or horror stuff, but when it comes to shows like that, they're so good. Really good. He has like a group of followers, basically. Some of them are Trump supporters, some of them are Hillary supporters, but they're all together in this political agenda to change the world. But basically, if you fuck with them, they kill you.
Right.
But it's a cult. They're all in a cult.
Yeah, the cool thing, I only seen one episode of American Horror Story. I don't remember what it was, a long time ago. But I just remember like my friends tell me about it a little bit, as far as like every season's different, as far as completely different actors, right? Actresses, actors. Like,
Sometimes. There's a
But it's not like a
there's
set...
a handful that are from every season.
Oh, okay. But it's not like a set storyline that continued carries
No,
over the
yeah,
seasons.
every season is different.
It's different, right?
That's
Yeah.
what makes it so good. It's like one, other than like the Twilight Zone, it's one of its own kind.
Oh, okay. You talking about the original Twilight Zone?
Mm-hmm. Because it was like different stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's a season's worth. Each season is a story.
Right.
You got Murder House, they have Asylum, Covenant, Freak Show, Hotel, Roanoke, and then Cult is what is on right now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I know,
So that was like 4 or 5 you just said there, right? No, 7. I don't know. Okay. Well, there's 7 stories. Okay, that makes sense.
There you go. Every story has a season.
Oh man. You know what would be you ever see the movie Clue? I was just talking to somebody about this the other day.
With Tim Curry?
Yeah, the original one. It's a good one. It's like the 80s one.
Yeah,
It's
Tim
like the 80s.
Curry. I
Yeah.
love that movie.
It's a classic. I was just thinking like, so I was in a mansion, a giant murder mystery. What do you do like in a giant hotel, like murder mystery?
I don't know if that one would be solvable though.
No?
Like, so honestly, like it's so big. And like way bigger than the house in Clue.
It's true. Well, that house in Clue, that was a pretty big house, man. I like that movie. I just love that movie because just the humor aspect to it.
I do love it.
And from what I remember, they did 3 alternative endings. Do you remember that? They did 3 alternative endings.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I
they gave
had
it an
that
option.
movie. You definitely got to come by and see
Yeah.
and watch that with me again because we have to like go through that.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like I don't remember that.
I want to say like they give you the option at the end, like you just have to wait longer, and it comes out with like there's just 3 different people that did it in that sense. They go through 3 different scenarios of people who did it, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what
Oh, okay, so I guess I can understand that because that's how it is in the game.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own scenario
I want
of
to
how
say
they
there's 3.
killed them.
There's a chandelier. The chandelier falls at the end, right? Doesn't the chandelier fall?
I think so.
Yeah, dude, it's just tapping into memory I haven't thought of in a long time. Just like, I think so, yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Well, have you seen any new movies? Like any movies that have come out lately or anything like that?
No, I haven't. It's been a long time since I've seen anything at the movie theaters. I generally like more like independent films too for a lot of times, just because a lot of mainstream stuff, for blockbuster stuff, like the action makes sense.
Yeah.
Big like comic book stuff, but it all kind of follows like a set formula a lot of times.
Well, I just actually saw the Wonder Woman movie, and there has not been a Wonder Woman live action since the 70s.
Wow.
And this was the first of its own in like 30, 40 years.
Wow. How was it? You say?
It was so well done.
Was it?
It blew my mind. Like, especially when you watch. The thing I like about movies is like when you I'm a fan of comics, so I know what I should expect in a movie.
Right.
That's kind of what ruins it a little bit for you.
But
But like I said, I'm a fan. So Wonder Woman, I read Wonder Woman, but it's never happened before, especially a movie. So you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what to expect.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So like as I'm watching it, like all these things are happening. It's so well put together, so well created, well written, well directed. It blew my mind.
Yeah. That's cool because that's the same actress, same actress that was in Batman versus Superman. Was it that same actress, or was it a different actress?
Same one, definitely same one. Yeah, she's actually. I've seen her in her interview. I don't remember what she is. She's a gorgeous woman. She's like 6 something. She's a tall woman. But that's what I liked about it, because in the comics she's an Amazonian woman. She's a tall, beastly woman.
Yeah.
So like they put her in it, and she's actually like 6 foot.
Yeah.
I think she's a Brazilian model. I think it might have been. I could be wrong, but that almost sounds about right.
Oh, she's Brazilian. That's cool. She's Brazilian. Well, either way, dude, she's attractive. So it doesn't matter what she is.
Agreed.
She's doing good. Oh man, what's like your favorite? Kind of continue on the movie subject. What kind of movies have you been watching lately that really appeal to you? Like you just talk about Superwoman.
Actually, talking about movies that appeal to me, like I'm really big into documentaries, and I like movies about segregation. That sounds super duper weird. I don't want anybody to think I'm racist or anything like that, because I'm not. I love everybody equally. But I was watching this movie called The Help.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it, but
oh my god.
No, it was.
I think I've never cried so hard in my entire life.
Really?
That movie was so. The ending got me. Definitely.
Yeah.
It was just basically like segregation is you're white and you're black, and then at that point it was all. A man and a woman, they were married together. All the men went to work in the morning, and the women stayed home and took care of the kids.
Right.
And all the maids. All the maids were black. All the workers were black.
Right.
And they had a bus that picked them up in the morning to take them to the neighborhood to work for the white women.
Okay.
And then take care of their children. That's what made it sadder, is because they would take care of their children, raise them, and they grown accustomed to raising their children, and then when they get fired, it's like, it was nothing. Like, get out of my house. Like, you're disgusting. You're nothing to me.
Yeah.
Which is like, obviously the shittiest thing ever, but.
Right, and that's.
But it was a woman. She became a journalist. In her time, a woman having a job or going to college was like, you're dumb. We don't like you, basically.
Right.
Like, you're not supposed to do that. It's all the men. The men are supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So she got a job as a journalist. She wanted to write a book about their lives.
Oh.
So she was doing it, but what she was doing was kind of technically illegal.
Okay.
What she was doing.
Yeah.
So she would go over to that neighborhood where she wasn't allowed in to go talk to the maids, some specific maids that her mother's friends had, and document their lives.
Okay.
And it's really something. Oh. It's good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
But the ending is really messed up. That's all I can say.
Oh, I can definitely see that being the case. Yeah, it's especially when you have allowing people in your life to help raise your children, like that right there takes a lot of trust. But then just basically a slap in the face, just say, get out of my life kind of thing, where I don't want you to be a part of it anymore. Like that's like all that's rough, of course. And like everything, like that, the whole scenario described. But yeah, especially just the aspect of the time it took to get to and then the job for raising the children, raising the white person's children, basically.
Yeah, like it's the thing about it was like one of the little girls. She saw this maid as her mother. That's how much the white women didn't care about their children. It was all about money, makeup, just things that satisfied their needs.
Right.
So having a maid was nothing to them.
Yeah. That's interesting too. Like even in today's world, for families that are really busy, they hire not a maid, but like a caregiver for their kid or whatever. A lot of times the kids get attached to the caregiver. Like
too much. It's the parents' fault. You should know better.
I know, yeah. But then they'll do like a rotation. where they'll get a different character, a nanny. There we go, nanny. A nanny to come in because then the kid gets too attached to that one nanny, so they don't have the same feelings as they would for the parents. But like you said, it's the parents' fault because they're not even there to show time. Because then going back to time is the most valuable asset we can offer to people. It is.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. But so The Help is a movie though. It's not a documentary.
It's a movie.
Yeah. Well,
I don't remember if it was based off true events. It may or may not have been, but it was just well written.
What's the documentary you recently that sticks in your head if you really enjoyed?
Ooh, documentary. I'm all about 50s.
50s.
Like Black and White.
Black and white documentaries.
Like about some people from back in the day, like inventors, celebrities, stuff like that. Like Black and White era is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love black and white movies. I love jazz music. Jazz is one of my absolute favorite music.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of so Black and White. When I think of Black and White documentaries, now this could not maybe be called a documentary. I think of Reefer Madness. It's not like an accurate documentary.
A what?
It's not like an accurate documentary. Like it's more propaganda. As far as how they were falsifying like the effects of marijuana stuff, but
that's funny. That was another documentary I was just reading. It was about the prohibition.
Yeah, it was prohibition of marijuana.
Yeah. Okay, so
the hemp. It was prohibition of hemp.
Literally, I found out the craziest thing, and I didn't know this. I know like who did. I don't remember his name, but I know who did it. He basically got he got Reagan to essentially state that it's Mexicans' fault.
Oh yeah.
Marijuana is bad.
Yeah.
Because they smoke it and they do bad things.
Yeah.
So you smoke it, you'll do bad things like them.
Yeah.
Because Mexicans do it bad.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like the whole history of hemp and marijuana and how it's just been continually demonized, primarily because it affects other people's profits. And so then they built up this, they planted a story behind it as far as it's negative and you got to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Because if people get more and more attached to it, it's then going to take away from what a certain group of people are profiting off of. And a big point, like kind of familiar, I think it was like in the 20s or 30s, hemp can be used for like a lot of things. Like it could replace the use of paper, and it's more effective in a sense because like hemp is really easy to grow. Or marijuana grows a lot faster. So, like, marijuana and hemp, they grow really fast. So it's a fast-growing commodity. So like the people who are involved in like the paper industry, which was really big back in the 20s and 30s, they were literally pushing politicians to come up with laws and basically demonize them. That's where you had like the propagandists, we had like groups that come up with Reefer Madness, which is still a hilarious movie. It's funny to just watch back now. But yeah, going back to like jazz movies, I really like Singing in the Rain. Fred Astaire. Ooh, that guy's athletic. There's a scene in that movie, him and his buddy were dancing.
Did you say Fred Astaire?
Fred Astaire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fred Astaire. There's a scene where he's like, they're dancing together. I can't remember. I think it's the portion where they're dancing in the movie studio, and he literally just does a thing where this is like the wall, and he just like walks up the wall and just like a backflip. I'm like, man, dude, that guy is athletic.
Yeah, so I think Black and White.
For movies? Oh, dude, horror. That took one
Alfred
time.
Hitchcock, obviously.
Yeah, Hitchcock. Funny thing about Alfred Hitchcock, I was in England over the summer, and where I was staying with my friend, it was actually the town he was originally from. We went to a bar called The Crow, maybe, or The Raven, and it was all themed like Alfred Hitchcock and.
It's probably The Crow.
Yeah.
No. Crow.
It's
Raven is Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay, yeah.
So it had to be The Crow.
Crow. Because what's this movie called? Is this movie just called The Crow?
Oh no, the movie's called The Birds.
It's just called The Birds.
Yeah.
I think that's actually dude,
no, it's singing because it's called The Birds, but it's crows.
Yeah.
Like, attacking. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that's what the name of the
Oh my
bar
god.
is.
Okay, so the Alfred Hitchcock movie, the scene where they like open up the curtains and they stab the blonde chick in the black and white movie.
Yeah, that's Psycho.
Something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it is.
I can't can't remember.
Drew Barrymore's mother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And then